Excellencies, colleagues, it's a great pleasure for me to welcome you all to this vitally important consultation on governance and accountability in the post-2015 development agenda. Due to commitments at the United Nations Human Rights Council, I regret that I cannot attend in person. However, senior colleagues from OHCHR are present, and I would like to thank my counterpart, the UNDP Administrator, Ms. Helen Clark, and her impressive team of professionals. I want also to pay tribute to all those who have contributed to the consultation process, particularly the reference group. This is an important gathering. You have an historic opportunity to help the international community learn from the past and set a better course for the future. Your recommendations will feed into a critical set of intergovernmental deliberations, which will lead directly towards the post-2015 development agenda. The co-leading agencies, my office and UNDP, are committed to helping you make this opportunity count. We promise to ensure that your conclusions are heard. I know that many of you have already participated in regional or national meetings, electronic discussions, and other facets of this consultation process, and I have been struck by the insights which that process has already recorded. It seems to me that there is a growing sense that although the Millennium Development Goals, or MDGs, stemmed from very worthy intentions and have achieved much progress, they have fallen some way short of their potential. Progress has, in some cases, been dogged by alarming inequalities within and between countries, as well as by political repression and deeply entrenched discrimination. Several of the MDG's success stories are now sites of mass protest and violence. The MDGs have been a crude proxy for human well-being. A more balanced and holistic vision is needed, protecting freedom from fear as well as freedom from want. In 2000, the process for selecting the MDGs was opaque and, if I may say so, technocratic. Proposals that lacked quantifiable measures and cross-national data sets were rejected. Civil and political rights were often excluded. We treasured what we measured, and perhaps that was the wrong way around. It seems to me we should measure what we treasure. The present consultation is part of a far more promising approach where priorities, aspirations, policies, and technical proposals are debated from the ground up, embracing much more transparency in the selection of goals, targets, and indicators. What should our criteria be for that selection? How can a new agenda effectively promote freedom from fear as well as freedom from want? How can important human rights considerations that were left out of the MDGs, such as political participation, access to justice, and personal security, be effectively integrated? How can global goals and targets be tailored to national and subnational levels? These are among the pressing questions in front of you today, and I wish you vision and courage in tackling them. But your task is even greater, for whatever recommendations these and other post-2015 consultations generate, little will change unless we ensure incentives and accountability mechanisms to translate commitments into action. I have seen with my own eyes how accountability mechanisms can transform policy, improving transparency, helping people negotiate competing claims, and compensating rights holders when the policies fail. the life-saving impacts can be remarkable. In this country, South Africa, for example, 1 million human life years have been saved by social mobilization and legal claims for HIV antiretroviral medication based upon our constitutionally recognized human right to health. As many of you have strongly argued, accountabilities for post-2015 commitments should be anchored in the existing international human rights treaties and the principles of the 1986 Declaration on the Right to Development. We do not need to reinvent the wheel, but we do need to articulate a more comprehensive, just, and effective web of administrative, political, judicial, and social accountability mechanisms at global, national, and subnational levels. We need an accountability edifice that is clear on whom and by when. Let us be clear, the challenges lying ahead in the post-2015 intergovernmental negotiations will be formidable. We cannot now predict the hard decisions and trade-offs in store, but let us take these challenges as a call to action rather than despair or self-censorship. Let principled visioning with creative and practical options for action be the enduring legacy of this process. At every step of the way, let us ask, does this proposal involve and empower those suffering greatest disadvantage? If the answer is yes, there is every chance that the post-2015 agenda may herald a new era of accountability of the powerful to the powerless in rich and poor countries alike. Your Excellencies, colleagues, I wish you every success and I look forward to furthering your recommendations. Thank you.